Welcome everybody. Today I will be discussing my business proposal project as it pertains to athletics in impoverished high schools as a pathway to post-secondary educational opportunities. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Waterbury in Connecticut is currently looking to increase teenager enrollment ages 13 to 18. For more than a century, Boys and Girls Clubs have played a significant role in helping kids and teens achieve academic success through year-round programs designed to help graduate high school, pursue a college degree, and join the workforce. Unfortunately, the percentage of teenager enrollment is significantly lower than our students between the ages of 5 to 12. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Waterbury wants to expand their programming to include options that are appealing to high school students, and by examining the likelihood that high school students who play sports will go to college. This will justify adding competitive sports teams at the club. To stay aligned with the Boys and Girls Club of America's national agenda, our local club is looking to find programs that will increase teenager enrollment and ultimately help them focus on attending a school of higher education. According to the National Clearinghouse Research Center, only a little more than half of the 2012 graduates from poverty-stricken cities attend college that year. Although this trend has continued in recent years, it is important to examine some of the factors that played into the decision of the students who did not go for a post-secondary school degree. According to a 2014 study conducted by the University of Kansas, the authors argue that the lessons learned in athletics, combined with the knowledge that they must do well in school to participate, improves students' persistence and chances for success. If our study shows that high school athletes from high-poverty cities are more likely to attend college, there is enough justification to add new competitive sports at an after-school organization too. All of this leads to our defined statement of the problem. Too many teens who attend high school in high-poverty areas do not seek post-secondary education, which may be related to the lack of involvement in extracurricular activities, such as athletics, at the high school age. The purpose of our study is simple. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Waterbury wants to expand its teen programming to include competitive athletic teams that will ultimately increase teen enrollment and their likelihood of pursuing a post-secondary degree. The all-encompassing research question that will drive this research project is, are high school athletes from high-poverty areas more likely to attend a post-secondary school than a non-athlete? There are two statistics that highlight the importance of this study. Less than 30% of students in the bottom quarter of national household incomes enroll in a four-year school. Also, only 29% of all children that the Boys and Girls Club of America serves are 13 and older. If the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Waterbury can increase teen attendance through competitive athletic teams, the number of teams who seek a post-secondary degree may also increase. As a preliminary look into assumptions and limitations, I would have to assume study participants will answer survey questions truthfully, gender and race will not impact answers of respondents or likelihood of attending college, and going to a post-secondary school will remain as crucial in the future as it is today. Possible limitations that I could come into contact with are a lack of participation from survey recipients, and a lack of funding, which would make it challenging to communicate the importance of the study. While dealing with human participants in the study, a request to the Institutional Review Board must be submitted to Johnson Wales University. It is also imperative to keep every participant's personal information completely confidential. The study's theoretical orientation revolves around social science. There have been numerous studies conducted in recent years involving the relationship between adolescent sports and the path out of poverty. These studies were the springboard to my research topic. Many of these studies looked at the likelihood of high school athletes that will play a sport at the collegiate level. I want to broaden those results and consider the student athletes who did not have the chance to play at a sport at the next level, but use the structure of athletics to drive them towards earning a post-secondary degree. In regards to my prediction about this study, I believe there will be a greater likelihood of high school athletes from high poverty areas who will attend college than non-athletes from the same area. For my study, the independent variable will be the participation of individuals in a high school-sponsored sport. The dependent variable will be whether or not that individual attended a post-secondary school. As the study progresses, it is important to define a few of these subjective terms. For the purpose of my study, the poverty line we will examine is relative to the number of people in your household and the combined household income. For example, a family of 4 will be considered below the poverty line if their combined household income is less than $24,300 a year. A high poverty area is defined as a town or city where more than 20% of the population is below that poverty threshold. And it is also important to define an athlete. For our study, an athlete is any high school student who was a participant on a varsity, junior varsity, or freshman sport team sponsored by the educational institution in which he or she is enrolled for an entire season. In closing, I would like to thank all of you for your time and consideration. I would love to hear feedback to help in the following milestones for our project. Thank you.